Hi everyone, I'm Mark and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about what to feed African cichlids and I'll try and cover as much as I can of what not to feed African cichlids. Okay, so starting off, I'll talk a bit about what to feed Mbuna. Okay, Mbuna are predominantly grazers. They will graze on the rocks in the lake and stuff like that, so they're really the veggies more than anything. So we have to take that into consideration when choosing food to feed them. So this is an example of the type of stuff that I feed, and I vary the diet more as much as possible. So starting off, we've got some Spirulina. Spirulina has been linked with lots of discussions for causing black spots on African cichlids. So what I try and do with Spirulina is feed it probably only twice a week if I can, but they seem to really like it as well. And then I've got some, I think that's how you pronounce it, Dainichi is it? Or you can correct me in the comments. And then we have some new Life Spectrum. I'm almost out of it, so I need to get some new stuff. So this is the cichlid formula. There's other ones that you can get as well. Some more Dainichi, and then here is New Era. It's really good. The Mbuna absolutely love it. It's not high in proteins. None of these are really high in proteins, and that's what you got to take into consideration as well. Like I mentioned at the beginning, Mbuna also veggie eaters, like I mentioned, sorry, and they'll eat things like cucumber, lettuce, anything that you can probably think of, like good greens and stuff like that. Like if you're going to use normal peas, you just take the skin off them. You can boil them for a bit. You don't really have to. Make sure they're fully defrosted, put them in a tank, and you watch your African cichlids just destroy them. So if you keep a varied mix, Mbuna, Haps and peacocks, you've got to think about what the bigger fish are going to eat as well. So all these here are for medium-sized Mbuna, probably up to about 5-6 inches. So the bigger the fish, the bigger size of pellets obviously you're going to need to suffice their dietary requirements. Now if you're keeping Haps, they do like their greens, and they also like a bit of some meat in their diet. And what I mean by meat, I don't mean actual meat, I mean things like chopped up prawns, chopped up crab sticks and stuff like that. But like I said before, vary the diet. Don't always feed them prawns and stuff like that. Try and mix it up as much as possible. So feed the selection of foods, and then probably twice a week chop up some prawn and pop that in there for them. And if you get brave enough, you can actually hold a prawn in your hand and they'll probably take it out of your hand as well. So that pretty much covers what you can feed African cichlids regarding the stuff that you can buy in the shops. I'll put a link in on the video now, so if you're watching on a mobile, I'll also put the link in the description. You can click on that. It's just something that I made out of homemade food for African cichlids. So you can click on the link and it'll take you to that video. It's really simple to make. I think probably in a couple of weeks' time I'm going to probably make another one as well. It's just got more variety of foods in it as well. Okay, so things to watch out for. Basically, these are do nots. You don't want to be feeding your fish bloodworms. Okay, they might be okay with South Americans and stuff like that, but with the African cichlids, I know I keep saying African cichlids because people watching this, they think they can feed anything to basically African cichlids. So I'm trying to split this African cichlids to South Americans and stuff like that. South Americans you can feed bloodworms and stuff like that, but when it comes to your ACs, like I say ACs, that probably sounds a bit better. Their digestive or intestinal tract is really long, so the more meatier foods, the foods with higher protein in the actual food, what happens is it clogs up like their digestive system and causes bloat, and it can also cause other problems as well. So you want to be able to feed them a food that they can digest quick, because they have a high metabolism rate, because as soon as you fed them, guarantee within half an hour to an hour they're pooing all in the tank. So they always look hungry all the time. But we'll get back to that. Other things to watch out for, and I've had this question quite a lot: can I feed my ACs chopped up chicken? Can I feed them chopped up meat? Can I feed them sausage and stuff like that? This is me just saying that I wouldn't. Like I just mentioned before, you're going to clog their digestive system up, and it's just going to cause them to die basically, because once it clogs their digestive system up and they get backed up and it causes bloat. Bloat can be cured probably, so I would say 10% of the time, if you've got a good hospital tank and you know good treatments and stuff like that. So stick to stuff that you know works. Okay, don't be feeding them stuff because you think they might enjoy it. Mbuna, Haps, peacocks, Victorians, they'll eat almost anything you put in the tank. It doesn't mean it's right for them, it just means they're greedy pigs and all this eat and eat and eat and eat. So when it comes to feeding them on a daily basis, try and vary it with obviously different foods. So, and when you're feeding them as well, feed them in small amounts and often. I normally tend to, if I'm not working, say it's a Saturday or a Sunday, I'll feed in the morning a small amount, and then I'll feed a different food middle of the day, and then round about 9 o'clock at night I'll feed a different food, and then in between that I'll pop in maybe a cucumber sliced in half, weigh it down, and you'll see them graze on stuff like that. And also take into consideration if you're putting foods into the tank and they're not eating it, make sure you get all the food out of the tank as well, because it can cause problems with the filtration and the biological side of obviously the tank as well. So anything uneaten, siphon it out, and you should be okay. Okay, Mbuna, they will eat and eat and eat, so you can stand there for 5 minutes, keep putting food in. It might be dropping to the bottom, but you guarantee they'll still be eating, they'll still be coming up. They'll come. You'll notice it when you go near the tank. They think they're going to be fed, they come up to the top. It doesn't mean they need to be fed. Stick to a regime with feeding them, and they'll be more happy in the long run. I think I've pretty much covered almost everything regarding how to feed them and what things to watch out for. There's so much different varieties of food on the market, it's just finding that right balance. And if you can afford it, go for the high-end stuff. Most of the stuff is high-end. It is quite expensive, but you get better results out of your fish. So like, the spirulina, you can also get spirulina flakes and stuff like that. Most of these flakes will come into, say for instance, the New Year, I think they've got a flake now. I think the Dainichi how you pronounce it, have as well. For feed and fry as well, you can use all these food. All you do, you just get, like the grinders, just grind it all up, and then just pop it in, mix a few around together, see what they like, keep varying it. And like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, Mbuna, Haps, peacocks, they are pigs. So to stop the bloat and everything like that happening, feed them variety of foods, feed them small amounts, and feed them often. And if you like as well, a lot of people that I know have a day where they don't feed the fish at all. It's mainly the day when they're doing a water change, but it's completely up to you. I don't do that. I feed them before I do the water change, so I feed them once on my water change day. I think that's pretty much it. Like I said before as well, the link in the description for that video that I made about making homemade African cichlid food. Check that out. It's quite easy to make. Yeah, thanks for watching.